You good? Alright. Look at the litter. Looks like it's crashed into the sidewalk somehow. Even if you wanted to pick it up, it's practically scum-welded to the street. Gives a new meaning to trash talk. Let's see. I'm just like, I don't really think there's anything that I want to do to trash. To give my ID card, throwing your ID on the ground. Are you working on a story about cyber cracking? Well, that makes sense. You know, just go into the cracks, but not actual anti-realistic cracks. This is some super spoiled milk. It wouldn't be a bad idea to throw it out, but this plastic bag isn't quite a dumpster. Yes, it is. Those damn headphones. Some sad vibes are being thrown around. Well, this area looks depressing. Or did Turing not actually say that? The litter has very few options on him. Shame. This brochure deserves a more pathetic waste receptacle than this litter could ever aspire to be. This game can be really brutal to random objects, like... And I've noticed that within just like looking or touching things.
This is the door to an apartment building. It's not the access node.
Thank you, Turing.
Don't! The access node is next door to this building. That's the wrong place.
Well, you know I like to cause chaos.
Don't wake the Nabots!
The Nabots? Is that really a thing?
Did I say Nabots? I meant neighbors.
I thought so.
Sorry,
that threw me off guard.
I'm really tired. Besides, this is the wrong door.
Well, you're tired? Okay. We'll get this out of the way then.
You know, right after we found Hayden's apartment in such disarray, I started looking into graffiti and street art more thoroughly. I have never much considered doing any of it myself, but it seems like an interesting avenue to pursue once I move beyond abstract expressionism.
Well, I mean, you're doing pretty good to me.
The simpler tags, visual shoutings of identity and existence. They exhibit a feeling I can sympathize with, but it's these larger pieces, riots of color and chaos, that really interest me. Petty vandalism is beneath me, but there are other avenues for the practice.
Well, thanks,
For
Tari.
example, did you know that Los Angeles in the mid-2030s legalized the tagging of mural-style street art on any building without requiring permission from the owner or city? It was chaos of the highest degree for a while, but now the place is truly remarkable.
Oh, aren't you proud of yourself and your knowledge?
Perhaps I will visit once this is all done with.
Maybe. I hope they fix that water robot. Oh, I'm very oh, that sounds so sarcastic. Don't be a jerk.
Ah, I hadn't even noticed. Do you have much experience with gonzo journalism yourself? Reporting after or during direct participation? If you do end up writing on this experience, whatever you produce would be the very definition of it. You're too close to be objective now, and you're a key subject in this event. It doesn't seem to be your usual style, but you couldn't go another route at this point, and you're in the clear as you didn't instigate the situation. I've never had much interest in the practice, but spending so much time around you has taught me to look at events in a different light. Perhaps
Aww.
only because I can verify your personal experiences as fact.
Well, I feel honored.
Sorry, I'm rambling again, aren't I? And we're on a schedule. I don't even want to think about this. What if we don't find Hayden?
Don't worry, we will.
What if we do?
Then he's gonna be fine. Think positive.
My memory processors are shot from the stress of the past day. It's already taken a toll on me. But never mind.
My favorite flavor.
Let's find that access node. Let's find Hayden.
Yeah, Turing. See, positive thinking. Alright, we're just gonna... that's not a door. We're going to this door. To the access
This is
node.
the door to the access node that Tomcat told us about. We need to use the buzzer to get inside.
Okay.
Parallax Walk, AN-19 security.
Hello?
Yes, can I help you?
I'd like to order a boneless pizza. This is Parallax Technician 329B here for routine inspection. Yeah, that sounds good. Or we could just be like, we're friends at... Well, I mean, I don't know. I think this is more better.
This late at night?
Oh.
Uh-huh. Kids!
Uh-oh. Can we talk to the
The
door?
guard isn't actually here. You need to press the buzzer on the door to get access.
Okay, let's try that again.
Parallax Walk, AN...
We're friends with Jess. We'll just go with
I was
that one.
wondering when you'd get there. You're at the access node on Cesar Chavez in Indiana, right?
That's right.
Good. Be quick. Don't touch anything. Got it? This conversation never happened. And you're on your own if you get caught out there.
Yeah.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
This is
Thanks.
it. Let's go inside, and I'll call Tomcat.
Alright, we gonna try
This
and get
place
through
doesn't
this.
look like it's had any maintenance in years.
It's dark.
I hope the systems are still functional. Oh, I forgot you can't see in darkness. Maybe
Thank
that
you.
switch over there adjusts the lighting.
Alright, well, it's the only thing, so let's go ahead and turn it on. Oh.
Oh, Tomcat is pinging us, forwarding video and audio.
Howdy! Y'all at the access node?
I love her.
I'm set to slice in once Turn makes physical access.
Of course, Tomcat. Just walk me through how to connect myself, and I'll give you the necessary system permissions to use me as an interface.
Yeah.
Just patch yourself into the links terminal down there, and I should be able to get started.
Okay.
Connecting wirelessly to it now. Permissions granted. Please be careful in there.
Don't worry, though. I'm an old hand at this. You won't notice a thing.
Yes, that's what you said
1
last
sec.
time.
Oh, shoot.
Here we
Y'all
go
have a
again.
bit more to do before I can get the info
See?
we need.
Tomcat, you a bunch of shiz.
This system's still running on old cassettes, and the recall slot is empty. Can't call up Hayden's info file without it.
That's always something with you.
There should be a cassette on the opposite side of the wall we can overwrite with the recall program. Pretty sure all that one was used for was phone monitoring. You know, from back when phone networks were separate from data networks.
Uh-huh. Yep, you gotta heal.
I swear, y'all, I just turned 22.
No.
Anyways, we need to move that cassette across the room to access the records. Figure out how to do that, and hit me back up when you've done it.
Okay. So we need to get to the other side. Can we just, like, leave this room? Alright, what's this?
According to this poster, the data cassettes can only be moved by using the links panel to control the utility arm.
Okay, good to know. Modern versions of cassettes like these are a tenth of the size. These aren't the cassettes you need, so don't touch. Okay. Still, even these antiques hold exabytes of information. You have no idea what tamper with them could ruin. Oh, jeez, there's so many. This one? This must be the cassette Tomcat was talking about. Okay. You can't reach it from down here. The arm must be only way to move it. Okay. Utility arm. A robotic arm used to move data cassettes around the node. Okay. You can't even reach it, but maybe there's some other way to move this thing. Well, where am I? Okay. Node checklist. Light switch warning label. This sign warns that the area contains high voltage. A list of things to check to make sure that everything is running okay. Random graphs and diagnostics being tracked. Okay. Some wires.
Loose wires, be careful!
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna touch them. Dirty tangled wires lay on the floor. Where are the standards? Yeah, I know, that was really looking messy. So, I need to do something to be able to get that one to do the thing that it needs to do. This terminal should get you access to some of the node systems. Monitor shows a logo for links data system. Okay, there's gotta be something I'm missing, because I touched this, and it's saying there has to be a way for me to move the utility arm. Do I have to put something up? Well, I don't think spoiled milk's gonna give us any way of being able to do anything. So, it doesn't look like you can do anything from here. Okay, so where do you want me to go is the question. I've just about touched everything. Except the hanging wires. I want to touch those. Maybe I do need to put milk on it. Let's see.
What's going on down there? Something shorted the main breaker and everything switched over to the auxiliary. Try not to wreck the node before you get what you went down there for.
Oh, well, I mean, geez, I just, you know, was hoping maybe it would do something for me. How would you like one of those for an arm turn? I'm done.
Is there something wrong with my arms? I was certain Hayden installed state-of-the-art prototypes.
Your arms are just fine. I was just joking.
Oh, I see. Humorous. This model is extremely antiquated, though. I doubt it has anything approaching the precision of modern servo motor appendages, to say nothing of the strength.
Okay. Still trying to figure out what... Even if you could reach it, it looks like it's locked in place. So... what do you want me to do? Shouldn't push your luck. Okay, then. Because I'm not seeing what... You want me to turn the lights off? Looks like the light switch for the room. I didn't do anything. We looked at this, right? The poster has lots of technical details about the utility arm. Okay, lots of details about the utility arm, but you're not telling me what I can and cannot do with it. Because clearly I need to move it or do something with it, but it's stuck. Some other way to move it. Well, I'm not really given a lot of options. I got milk. Okay. Okay, maybe we can move it with the computer. Yeah! Retracted. What does that do? We needed to... Wait. Oh. Oh! Oh, wait, no, turn the arm back. Oh! Hey, we're getting somewhere. Hey. Yes.
Nice job. I'm gonna put some more pressure on them to move the data now, and we'll see if we can't slurp it right out of this network trunk.
Oh, would you look at that?
You would have thought that someone would have noticed and decommissioned this access node when the neighborhood went to hell, but...
Lady, look at the wires on the floor. Do you really think anybody cares about this place?
This mouse is happy to play while the cat is away.
Why would they move the data? Let us know when you're done. Why is this place useful for us anyways?
Way back when I was a youngin', when I first hacked into Parallax's network, I mostly did it to make a point, yeah? They were just about to launch the meshnet system, and I wanted to show the whole darned world that their security had more holes in it than Swiss cheese. Of course, I wasn't too shy about poking in a few more holes of my own devising while I was there. After putting in some more tricky software backdoors, I went ahead and deleted this access node off the maintenance schedule.
Oh, that's why it looks trashy.
Then I reassigned the guy who was supposed to keep an eye on it to a different location.
Oh.
They were in the process of buying up a whole gaggle of these nodes in preparation to set up a private network for themselves. All just to use for the meshnet launch. Maybe a little too confident of them. Most of the software holes have been patched out as they've upgraded their network, but this old place is just as forgotten as I left it.
No. Why would they move the data?
I've been targeting one of their data centers with a botnet-driven DDoS attack, hitting every port into its network that I can find. Ain't likely to do much, but toss in a few attempts to crack the firewall and their VIs are shitting bricks. It's standard procedure for them to move their sensitive data to a different data center in case the attacker actually gets in. Make enough noise and it'll scare them enough into taking some defensive action, which is where we want them.
Make them move into a spot that you need.
The files are more vulnerable in transit.
Let us know when you're done.
Now y'all just hold tight. I'll be done with this lickety-split.
A lickety-split. I like that.
Surveillance camera footage.
Uh-oh. She made a face.
Oh, God. Oh, Turin. I'm so sorry.
What is it, Tomcat? What did you find?
He's gone, Turin.
What?
Of course he's gone, Tomcat. That's why we're here.
Shit. I mean, he's gone, Turin.
What do you mean?
Hayden is dead.
How? What happened, bruh? Like, what do you mean? He was just a innocent little, guy who just made things for a company and, he didn't even try and put his nose in things. Maybe we don't know. I don't know what.
Well, that obviously isn't right, Tomcat. Why would they kill him?
Exactly.
Can you send me the relevant files? You must have missed something.
I don't think you should see it, but if you're sure. Parallax had security cam footage from the hallway outside Hayden's apartment encrypted on their network. Just a short clip. It looks like Hayden started to struggle with a couple of big dudes when they broke through the door and one of them shot him.
Yikes.
I also found some chatter about it on some darknet channels. It wasn't a kidnapping. Somebody went there to murder him.
Why?
I'm so damn sorry.
Because of Turing, or?
Thank you for your assistance in this matter, Tomcat.
I was so positive.
I think I'll walk back to the apartment. I need some time to run some calculations about this new scenario.
Jeez, so much for being positive.
If you'll excuse me.
Oh, Turing.
Should you follow them?
I'll catch up later.
If you say so.
Oh, Hayden was her friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep digging through this data until they kick me out of the system. I'll try to find some kind of lead on why this whole thing started in the first place. Maybe I can find something out about who killed Hayden and why Parallax has a copy of the footage. It ain't much of a silver lining, but we have the answer on Hayden's fate. Maybe it's time to call it quits. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Yikes, that's depressing. Yeah, I'll save. Jeez. That's not something that I was expecting. I really thought Hayden would be okay.
Oh, you're back.
Jeez, that face. How you doing?
You know, Hayden was a brilliant programmer, far ahead of his time. I am a machine, and intrinsically, I do not have all the glands and visceral chemical reactions that make humans so emotional and brilliant.
Oh.
But his code is a flawless replication of that, inside my own personality algorithms. I don't think I've ever felt this anger.
No.
It fouls my processors and fills my RAM with frustrating, half-finished plans of revenge.
Oof.
My motherboard burns in my casing from how little I can rest. I'm in pain, and I can't make it go away.
I'm sorry.
Ugh. I do not like the thoughts I'm having about the people who did this to him.
Can you turn them off?
I could. I can disable those modules. But if I turn off every emotion I don't want to feel, what does that make me? Would I still be me?
No, you'd be a hollowness AI.
If I were human, turning off my emotions would be seen as extremely unhealthy.
Depends on who you're asking.
There is a wealth of information on the meshnet about human psychology. I just don't know how much of it applies to myself. Either way, Hayden deserves my grief. It is my way of honoring him. It may be the only way I can. I offer it freely.
Oh.
Did you see the jade plant? It's well, despite the hardships it has gone through.
Oh.
There is a lesson there. I don't know that I can listen to it right now, but I'll try. Will you keep helping me?
Yes.
Need you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
To find the bastards who killed my progenitor. I need to finish this. I don't know what I'll do afterwards, but I need to see this through.
We'll bring them the justice, Turing. We'll make them pay, Turing. We'll find them and the truth. I like that one.
What does the truth mean anymore? What does it matter? Will finding the truth bring back Hayden? Will it fix the pain they've left me in?
We'll find out why they did this. There's no guarantee we'll actually be able to bring them to justice. They're like $1 billion company. They can hush anyone up and hide anything. How do you think Hayden got where he got?
But I guess you're right.
Uh-huh. We're gonna do our best, no promises.
Knowing the whys and wherefores will bring closure to this. I could use a measure of closure. I think for now we should keep knowledge of Hayden's death between you, Tomcat, and I.
Bruh, it's all over the dark net. I think a lot of people already know.
It may give us an edge if the people we seek don't know how much we've already discovered. We'll talk after you've had some time to rest. You likely need sleep, and I need some time to... I need some time.
Yeah.
Good morning. I trust you slept well.
I'm fine. What's the plan for the day?
Now that we are both refreshed, I feel it wouldn't hurt to recap our progress and determine if any changes should be made based on our successes and failures. Let's talk about how things are going so far. Since your journalistic efforts are a big part of why I originally recruited you, we can start there. Your inquiring mind has been a huge boost in our journey thus far. As a ROM, I can't talk to people as intently as you, so I must say I'm quite grateful for your skills in that regard. You're diligent in your day-to-day work as well, which further grounds my hope in you. Beyond journalistic persistence, let's take a look at how we performed in other responsibilities, specifically our choices in overcoming obstacles. Our Our first major hurdle proved challenging, but we made use of our surroundings and found a creative avenue. Furthermore, I am pleased with your utilization of non-violent methods. Eliminating any excessive risk should allow us to move swiftly. Finally, I was quite impressed by your ability to adapt on the fly, as they say, and perform so well when thrust into a sudden situation. Lastly, I'd like to discuss how we're getting along with our companions and allies along the way. It's important. While involving the authorities did get us the data cache back, I can't imagine those boys think very highly of us. As for Jess, she has already been very helpful, and now that we know she's an attorney, her potential to continue being useful is high. Things so far haven't been smooth, but if you get a chance to be nice to her, try to take it.
Meaning I won't be able to zap her.
Detective Rivers was good to involve as well, and I can tell you enjoy having a familiar face around. She could prove to be our greatest aid, as long as we make it worth her time. No funny business. Tomcat seems to genuinely care for our cause, and I have no trouble with letting their expertise guide us.
Yeah, I love Tomcat.
Out of everyone else, they seem to be easiest to get along with, too.
Are you sure? Jess was a little hard, unless Tomcat talked to her. Like, that's really the only reason why Jess is talking to me now.
And finally, you and I. I must say, we have worked together better than I ever expected. I hope you feel the same. I feel confident in our combined ability, and I enjoy your company as well. Please, continue showing me around the city as we continue our search. Unfortunately, we've just about run out of leads. Perhaps Tomcat was able to find something of use in Parallax's network while they were inside.
Positive?
I hope so, but I feel a little bad for relying on them as much as we do. Always going so far for Hayden. They must have been close. Oh, speaking of them, incoming call from Tomcat.
Yay.
Forwarding video and audio.
Morning.
Oh.
Turin, how you been doing, huh?
I'm fine, Tomcat. Thank you for your concern.
Well, okay. Just say the word if I can help out in any way. You hear?
Of course. In fact, I was hoping you might have a lead for us to start working at. Otherwise, we're down to canvassing Hayden's address book and seeing if any of his contacts have an idea about who might have had a desire to target him. But that's just fishing in the dark.
Well, I pulled a fair amount of data from the Parallax servers before they managed to kick me out, but it'll take... A lot of it's unrelated. TPS reports, maintenance logs, juicy meat for other corporations, but about as useful as dirt to us. It'll take me a while to decrypt all of Hayden's files, but maybe we'll find something there. So, no, I don't have as much as a whiff of a trail on who's behind this. Though, I recently got a strange request from a friend of a friend. Someone's been messing with the articles of a news organization named Augmented Eye. It seems like the network security head there's asking around for cybercrackers to help figure out how their reports are getting changed. original files on their servers are untouched. In their system, everything looks peachy keen. But when you view the site from the outside of the network, things are changed up. A word here, phrase there. It's subtle, but often has a big impact on the article's tone. Someone with deep access to Parallax's meshnet is changing what's being shown. I ain't sure if it's related, but maybe y'all can head down to the main KCOB offices and try talking to the gal that runs Augmented Eye. Her name is Zen.
Is she an,
I ain't got the time or the desire to stick my nose that far out for a stranger, but it seems like your kind of deal.
Oh.
It does seem to be a bit of a stretch.
Well, if she's modified, we have to be careful and be very sensitive.
But if we have to wait for you to work on the data we've collected anyway...
We'd be happy to look into it.
Alright. I'll pass the word along that you'll be in sometime today to stick your noses in.
Well, geez, if you make it sound like that.
And I'll send y'all word as soon as I get anything worth hunting down.
Excellent. Thank you, Tomcat. We are grateful for your continued assistance.
No problem, Turin. Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Maybe you should take a little more time.
No, you know how it works. You find out your best friend dies, you kind of just want to get it done. It keeps you going, and then you grieve.
We've been through some shit in the past few days.
I said I was fine.
Oh!
Thank you for your concern, but I am fine.
See, he has that fire in his heart.
I have already handled the reality of Hayden's death. It's time to move on with the investigation.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. I'm just worried.
When people are determined, you kind of just gotta let them go.
So, I'm here if you need anything.
Understood. I apologize for my tone, Tomcat. We'll be in touch.
Alright, later, Turn.
Okay, we have a lead, however tenuous. I've highlighted the COS IO Corp office building on your map.
Why, thank you, Terry. That's where we'll be heading.
Also, while we were talking to Tomcat, I received an email from Dr. Fairlight.
Oh, Dr. Fairlight.
Displaying.
Greetings. I hope you'll forgive me for a voice-only message, but I'm undergoing my treatments and would not call myself presentable for a video call. Still, I wanted to inform you of an idea I had while looking into our mutual acquaintance's disappearance. I haven't had any luck with my contacts inside Parallax, but I was reminded of an old friend by the name of Melody Flores, who may know more about the nature of Hayden's research. She's the owner of Flower Cybernetics, and Hayden has been known to work closely with them on projects involving the intersection of Parallax's systems and the implants that Flower designs. Melody and I are no longer on speaking terms, so I'm afraid I can't introduce you. But perhaps the intrigue of Hayden's little robot will get you entry into her home.
Sounds kind of creepy, but okay.
I hope this lead serves you well. If you need anything else from me, I will be in and out of the hospital room where we met for the next few days. I will send word if I have any other insights or discoveries. Yours, Dr. Yannick Fairlight.
Interesting. I had no knowledge of Hayden ever working with Flower Cybernetics, but now I'm starting to understand just how little I really knew about his research.
He must have really got his hands into something he wasn't supposed to be in.
Maybe this melody can reveal more about the purposes of my construction. Hayden must have kept my development secret for a reason. Hopefully we can talk our way in. I have highlighted Melody's home on your map.
So where should I go first?
Okay, we can now either follow Tomcat's lead to KCOB, or Fairlight's lead to Melody's home.
So wait, I have to make a choice? I can't do both?
Up to you where to go first.
Okay, I can do both. Just gotta go somewhere first.
Tomcat's led us in the right direction so far, but Fairlight has resources and his tip might end up being more relevant. It depends on what you want our focus to be on in terms of tracking Hayden's trail. Should we follow the media or the tech?
Wow, if you put it like that, jeez. You can't really trust the media these days. But didn't I tell her that I was gonna...
It's fitting. They're the two factors that make NEO-SF so unique and wonderful. If we explore them both to the fullest, there's no way we won't be closer to the answer.
That's true. But I like flowers. Let's go see flowers. Oh, speaking of flowers, I can't wait to start gardening again. Oh, it's getting warm. Oh, I'm so excited. I love gardening. Something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was wool gathering.
Oh.
I see we've arrived at the Melody Flores residence. It's quite impressive. But that's to be expected, considering that she is still the majority owner of the Flower Cybernetics Group, despite retiring from day-to-day operations at the company. I wonder how she and Hayden first began working together. Sorry, back on task. Is there anything you'd like to know before we head inside?
Will she let me garden? Give me a rundown of flowers. Well, yeah, I would like to know about them.
Flower Cybernetics was established in the early 2000s by Melody's mother, Antonella. It started out developing cutting-edge medical tech, including advanced prosthesis and nanoparticle diagnostic and treatment technologies. They were vastly successful when they perfected the first synthetic nerve mesh, allowing direct connection and control between the nervous system and a cybernetic prosthesis. The majority of their early projects were defense technologies for the American military, developing ruggedized military prosthesis for use on injured soldiers, and then eventually electively for special forces.
This game, so far, that I've actually seen, it's about, well, first we were in our apartment, and the guy or girl that we are, I have decided to be a girl. The girl that we are, this robot busted into our house and was like, help me find Hayden. I can't find Hayden. You know Hayden. Help me find him. And we was like, okay, we'll help you find him. So we went to his apartment, to the robot's apartment, to go and see where Hayden was. And the place was broken into. And he was like, the last thing I remember is Hayden being kidnapped by these big burly dudes. And he hid me away so that way I wouldn't be found. So Turing is no, I didn't get robbed by the bot, but Turing, he is apparently a prototype that Hayden was working on, and he never told anyone. So right now we found out that he's dead, and my thoughts is Hayden had his hands in things he was not supposed to be having his hands in, and because of that, he got messed up. And now we're trying to figure out why people killed him. But like I said, I think Hayden had his hands in things he wasn't supposed to have his hands in. And we met like three new people along, well, four. I don't remember the other guy, but I think his name is Leon. But we met like 4 new people on the way. We met Tomcat. She's a really good hacker. We met Jess. She's a bitch. Okay, we're just gonna. I want to zap her. I want to, but I can't. But she's also an attorney, which is why I also can't zap her. But she is a hybrid. She got modifications. She's basically a furry. Um, and where was I? I got lost. Yeah. So we're supposed to be following up on a lead. We're at this place here right now, Flower Cybernetics, which is something that Hayden was apparently close into before he died or whatever. So we're gonna go talk to this lady. Also, Tomcat, the hacker, she wants us to go look into somebody else. But I didn't feel like doing that, so I went to go to the mansion because I like flowers and I like gardening. So this is where I'm at right now, trying to figure out who this lady is, what she's about, what she knows about Hayden, so we can get closer to figuring out what Hayden had his hands in.
This research line culminated in the development of brain-controlled androids as shock troops, long since barred by international law. Melody took over the company from her aging mother, and she fought against developing further military hardware from that point on. She pushed the company to use the BCA technology for the company's original goals of medical advancement, as well as developing the first direct link virtual reality implants. The company is largely successful on a global scale, despite continued legislative movement against extensive cybernetic use, especially brain implants.
What can you tell me about Melody?
Not a whole lot. She's largely private, in contrast to her mother's penchant for courting a media circus. Several biographies of former Flower executives show her as intensely passionate about demilitarizing the company to the point of absolute viciousness in the boardroom. But it's been a long time since her days of fighting for the company, and she's since stepped away from the helm. There's talk that she's lost her spine in her old age, but... well, I'd take that with a grain of salt. She may have retreated from the corporate battlefield, but you don't change the entire direction of a company as large as Flower if you're a quitter.
I think it was a strategic retreat, okay? We're gonna go with that. She didn't quit. Strategic retreat. Smart people do that.
Stay on your toes.
Didn't Yannick say he and Melody had a falling out? Oof.
He did, and I can't shine much light on that. I know that System 1 worked with Flower to help develop the first operating systems for the direct link virtual reality implants, so perhaps it happened during that time. Also, Flower eventually went with a different company for future models of the implant, but there was never any public talk of a personal falling out between the heads of the companies. I'll scrape the mesh for more rumors, but they'll only be that, rumors.
Oof.
I can do my best to parse fact from fiction, but it blurs too much for me to be sure what's real.
Well, let's go ahead and head in.
No time like the present, then.
Okay, well, how do we get in? Let's see. I guess doorbell. This looks like the buzzer for an apartment complex. She needs one of these just for one house. Well, it depends on what room she's in. Think about it like that. It's a mansion. So she can personally be like, hello, who is it? It's you? Okay, let me just, open up the trap door. I know, right? And there's a bear at the door. A bear. Is that, is that a bear turn?
It appears so.
It just roars.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
Mine says we can go in.
I guess so. Maybe she knew we were coming?
Should we?
I mean, she just left the door open. Might as well head in. The door to the Grand Mansion is open. How did that bear even turn the door handle? I don't know. Maybe it has modifications of opposable thumbs?
Oh, wow. Swanky.
I was about to say that. Yeah, the bear... Wow. Modified. Schwanky?
What?
Aw. I'm glad I can make you laugh.
I have been trying to increase my usage of colloquialisms. Is swanky too out of date?
No. I mean, like, the guy off of Rick and Morty says it.
It's certainly before my time.
Hey, I wasn't a little too off. I just always think fancy people have like some like British accent, just like I'm fancy. I don't know, just like rich people. I don't know.
Oh, Miss Flores! Excuse us for the intrusion. My name is Turing, and...
Oh, I know who you are.
I knew it. She knew us. She knew we were coming. She must be a psychic.
Hey, I can explain. I know you don't like Dr. Fairlight very much, but I assure you there's a situation.
Fairlight?
Oh, there she goes. She's all pompous. Lady Dimitrescu.
I didn't realize Hayden's research had become a charity case.
Oh, jeez.
Though I suppose little boy Yannick will throw money at anything that raises his profile on the mesh.
Okay, I know I'm not the only one who thinks she sounds like Lady Dimitrescu. Come on now.
Wait, you know Hayden? Also, we actually only just met Dr. Fairlight yesterday.
Oh, that's too bad. Now Pat won't have to eat you.
Oh my gosh! What? Oh, he doesn't seem too pleased that he doesn't get to eat me.
What?
Though I'm not sure your gears would have been good for his digestion.
Jeez, yep, she's just as bad as Lady Dimitrescu over here. Yeah, if I didn't like what you had to say, I was just gonna have my bear eat you.
Actually, madam, I'm not comprised of gears.
Well, either way, he's on a diet.
Oh. All talk, huh? Oh, he's so cute!
This philosophy is how I lead my
On
life.
a diet, I know, right?
Sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes the bear, well, he eats you.
Yeah, okay, I guess. You sound kind of... okay.
Do you understand?
Kind of?
Not really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Look, I don't have all day to entertain you, Turing, nor your new friend. Not even for Hayden.
Oh.
You don't have time to waste if you're going to find him, either.
Wait, find him? But he died.
Right.
Yeah, I think polar bears have to eat like 10 times their weight or something like that. No, Pat the polar bear.
Melody keeps unusual company.
Well, I mean, if I was filthy rich, I'd probably have animal servants too. But,
Ursus maritimus, if I'm not mistaken.
like, I'd rather have animals that are like high, like the modifications where they actually have a conscience. Because, you know, sometimes you can't trust humans. They steal your stuff, you know, sometimes. Just
That
saying.
might be why the temperature controls are set so low in here.
I like the cold too. Yeah, totally. You'd have a tiger or some sort of... Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you. Thank you. Someone agrees with me.
I wasn't aware you knew the scientific name of the species.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all humans are stupid. Some of them, you know, plead their case.
Ooh, has my interest in proper nomenclature started to rub off on you?
Kind of. I mean, I like art. He's a white bear, Turing. What else could he be?
Plenty. Have you heard of a Kermode bear, also known as a spirit bear? Or he could be a white-phased black bear, or even a Pisley.
You know what, Turing? I like how you speak.
But he's not. It's a polar bear.
Clearly. He's clearly a gentleman. There's a cat. Wait, that's... I just noticed that. That was a cat. I didn't even know that thing was there. The most regal-looking robotic cat in the world sits prim and proper on the fainting chair. Jeez, I didn't even notice it. Did anyone else notice the cat? You give the cat a pat. The name on her collar says Lily. Don't talk to cat. It looks remarkably bored at all the attempts of conversation. Well, that's how cats are. Cats are annoying. But, I mean, I love my cat, but, jeez. So what am I supposed to be doing, Melody? Melody Flores, nanomachine heiress, and the owner of Flower 7X Group. Try again when you have a trust fund or hold a majority of a Fortune 500 company. Jeez.
If you were one of Fairlight's worker bees, you wouldn't have made it through the door.
Oof.
So why are you here to badger me about poor Hayden?
You have me at a disadvantage, Ms. Flores. You seem far ahead of us on this matter.
Just call me Melody, darling. And of course. But I'll share a secret or two with you.
I have so many questions. Do you know what's happened to Hayden?
I wish I didn't. Maybe you don't want to either.
Oh, so we all know he's dead.
Please, Melody, any information you might have. We haven't had access to any of his research notes, and couldn't track down any collaborators he may have been working with. Perhaps if we know more, we might be able to nail down a solid motive.
Well, I don't know if I can speculate on that, beyond the usual corporate infighting. Not that Parallax is known for that, of course. We had been catching up recently. He mentioned feelings
Good soup.
of being watched. He started to worry he had been discussing your development with the wrong people. When he stopped returning my calls, and now that you've shown up with a total stranger, it becomes clear what happened.
I see. Can you tell us anything else about his disappearance?
Oh, I'm afraid not, dear. I've been around long enough to know what's coincidence and what isn't.
We were hoping you might be able to shine some light on my origins.
Jeez.
Fairlight mentioned that you had worked with Hayden in the past.
I see Hayden didn't neglect curiosity in your personality makeup. Well, you and I haven't properly met, but considering
marvelous,
how often
darling,
Hayden
marvelous.
badgered me for design schematics of Flower's latest neural implants, I might as well be your aunt.
What? Wow, okay.
We'll go with that. I wouldn't mind being an aunt, even to a blue-headed robot.
I'm touched, Melody.
Well then, I'm willing to answer your questions, for now.
How did you help Hayden with Turing?
Indeed, I don't see the connection between your company and Hayden's research into machine sapience.
Oh, Hayden wasn't researching machine sapiens. At least not primarily. Not to diminish the importance of your creation, Turing, but it's best you know the truth. Hayden is mainly interested in developing a way to transfer human consciousness into a machine matrix.
Oh.
You can see why neural implants would obviously be an integral part of that.
So, Ghost in a Shell.
Oh, I didn't realize.
How would Turing's development help with digitizing the human mind?
The concept of transferring the human mind into a computer has been an attractive goal for decades. Functional immortality is
Yeah, good luck with that.
powerful lure.
Like, geez, goodness. What's it on? Or what are you
The
doing in
brain
college?
is an immensely complicated machine, and even though we know the right buttons to push to make pictures show up, we still can't replicate the entire thing as a technological construct. Even with the virtual reality implants, we're really just relying on the brain's ability to make sense of nonsensical signals. So Hayden decided the best way to make a machine more like the human brain would be to
jeez.
work in the opposite direction.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that are going into IT. Good luck indeed. I heard that it's very competitive and it's stressful. So, just good luck.
Instead of mimicking how the human brain worked, he started writing code that mimicked the functioning of the human mind. Think of it like convergent evolution. Two species adapt in similar ways, but on completely different continents. Hayden is a crack programmer when it comes to information collating. It's why Parallax hired him when they did. So he wrote a bunch of self-modifying learning algorithms that were, frankly, baffling and let them loose.
Oh, I love stuffed animals.
Poke and prod them here and there to make sure they value the same things humans do.
Like, I don't think you understand. Like, my whole room would be covered in stuffed animals if I wasn't limited.
And we eventually end up with you, Turing.
Interesting. Hayden never revealed any of this to me.
I imagine he's pretty tight-lipped.
Oh.
You were the first prototype he considered a real success, and he was afraid of contaminating your development before he had a chance to make good observations.
Can you elaborate on your involvement?
Phew, if you can even call it involvement. It's a small city, and if you're in the tech sector, you are never more than 2 degrees removed from anyone else. When he started looking into this pet project of his, he came right up to my door and demanded access to the research logs behind our earlier implants. Cheeky, but it was impactful.
Are you a witch?
And disruptive, as they like to say around here.
Because, like, I knew this old lady, you know, that used to come from Halloween Town. She had a bag that had never-ending things she could pull out of it. And she was a witch.
I couldn't care less about Flowers' patents anymore, so I gave him what he wanted, just to see what he would do. I'm frankly more impressed than I expected I would be, but don't tell him that.
Don't worry.
A 747?
I won't.
Nani?
Oh, that was a compliment, dear.
Oh, a plane. Oh. Hayden wasn't invested in Turing's development. Question mark?
I didn't say that. Hayden was quite interested in Turing, even if he is just a step to further
Ooh,
research.
so like manifest.
In fact, he was preparing to publish his findings involving Turing, and I know it's going to make one heck of a splash in the scientific community. See, the most impressive part about you, Turing, is that you're surprisingly stock.
I assure you, Melody, my construction involves only the latest and greatest in ROM prototype technology.
Exactly. You're not off the shelf, but you're still just a souped-up ROM, more or less like every other one out there.
Wow. Shots fired.
Your personality algorithms are impressive, but they don't require some new space-age technology to work.
Shots fired!
Hayden is going to propose that human consciousness transference does not require special brain-like hardware architecture, but merely the right software wrapper to interface with the hardware. Much like how you function.
I suppose that is correct.
I mean, if you have a robot that can fabricate anything, let it be food, because I love sweets. Like cookies.
Still, my personality matrices
Cookies. Let's
do
just say
take up
cookies
substantial
specifically.
amounts of my processing power. Wouldn't custom hardware have capabilities that better serve such a demanding, specialized task?
Sure. There's still plenty of reason in trying to make a computer that works just like a human brain. Efficiency
Yeah, I like
is
to
an
make
important
homemade
part
stuff
of
these
that.
days. But I mean, if the robot could produce organic cookies, possibly gluten-free.
But if Hayden can emulate the human mind in existing technology, it means we can start the
But no, I agree
immortality
with you.
now,
I do not
rather
feel
than
safe eating
waiting for
anything
hardware
anymore.
to catch up with Hayden's software. Frankly, I'm not terribly interested in living forever, but there's more than enough people who are.
Living forever can become boring after a while once you've seen everything.
Thank you for this, Melody.
That's true.
I understand
But you're really not
so
safe
little
either,
of
or
my
it seems.
origins.
Well, I'm sorry I don't know more of the specifics. Hayden kept me up to date on his progress, but only in the vaguest of ways. If you can hunt down his notes, I'm sure they'll tell you more.
Of course, we'll keep looking. Now, perhaps we could ask some other questions?
I try not to eat a lot of corn these
Sure,
days
sure.
either.
Oh, hell, that old bastard and I have been flashing daggers at each other for the better part of 20 years. I contracted out the software development for our first-gen direct-link VR neural implants to System
Yeah.
1.
I have a doctor's
Things were
appointment
going great,
that I have to go to.
but after the first models sold like gangbusters,
And then I'll
Johnny
try and be
tried
back.
to get into bed with me, literally.
Ew.
I turned him down, very politely, I might add, and then suddenly all of the cooperation between our companies dried up. We've been at it back and forth ever since. I'd be damned careful about trusting him if I were you. He's a snake, and he'll do anything he can to get what he wants.
Oh, geez, wow. Okay. And you know what's
Still,
funny? I happen to have an apple, so
I
I
suppose
think I
if
will.
he tried again now, I might not turn him down.
Ew, you nasty.
It would be fun to needle him about me still having my own company when he doesn't have his.
You nasty. Jeez. I think that's everything we need to know, okay?
Good. I can get back to my retirement.
Thank you for your time, Melody. We'll be in touch later.
Oh, one more piece of information for you, if you'd like it.
As long as it has nothing to do with Dr. Fairlight.
I've got the contact info for a Vincent Mensa, who I think might be of help to you. Vincent was working more closely with Hayden inside Parallax, mostly on his company-approved research on data collating algorithms for the mesh. I'll send him a message and ask him to meet you somewhere.
Oh, thanks, Melody.
He owes me a favor anyway, and Might be able to give you some more information on anything else Hayden may have been working on.
Sounds like a plan.
That would be fantastic, Melody. Perhaps Golden Gate Park.
Oh, jeez.
Be careful, Turing. I don't like Fairlight's stench all over this scenario. Don't show him too many of your cards.
Oh, okay. I mean, at the beginning, I did have like a funny feeling. So it's a possibility. You're right, lady. I mean, you don't seem like you have anything to hide, so I think I'll take your advice.
Cards? This euphemism is unfamiliar to me.
Don't tell him anything if you can. Fairlight is more dangerous the more he's informed.
Oh.
Thank you, Aunt Melody. Wish us luck.
Yeah, thanks, Aunt Melody. You're the best. Let me save before I mess everything up. Because I'll forget to save, and then that'll be that. Wanna name it YOLO? I'll forget to save, and then that'll be that. Should put some spoiled milk on her. Ooh, we can zap her. I mean, I did save. What did it say if I zap? Oh, it won't let me zap her. Oh, well, that's all for today, guys. Thanks for making me laugh, and I'm glad I could make you laugh. If you enjoyed watching, leave a follow, and I'll come back to this another time. And I do also play many other games if you would like to look at them. And I will be back to those games eventually. Sorry for the hiatus, wasn't feeling well, but later!